Hi, this is Rebecca, and once again, welcome to my book club for Secrets of a Metaphysical Flight Attendant. Today, I'm touching on Chapter 8 called You Might Need a Private Jet. And one of the things I bring up in this chapter is that horrible day called 9/11. I was a Boston-based United Airlines flight attendant, number one in the base, which meant I got my first bid every month. And I bid to fly Flight 175, the second flight to hit the tower. But at the very last minute, I changed my bid. And I am very grateful that I did. It was a horrible, horrible, horrible thing. You know, it was a paradigm shift for not only the country, but the whole world. Nothing has really been vibrationally the same since then. And it really shook things up. But a year after that, I decided I'd had enough of the airline job, and I decided to retire. Well, I had 35 years, so that's long enough. But I retired, and being a baby boomer, I really don't like the word retirement that much. I like to keep doing things and stay very active. So I started looking around to see what I could do next. And I just couldn't turn anything up. It seemed like I would apply for a job and it would sound like it would be the perfect thing, but then I wouldn't get hired, or, I had a hard time really figuring out what I wanted to do because I had done a lot of things in tandem with flying. Crew members can really live double lives because we get a lot of time off. So I'd had the modeling agency in New York. I'd owned a couple of different boutiques. I had sold real estate. I'd done a gazillion things, but none of them really turned me on anymore. So I was looking for a whole new type of life, I guess. And I was looking for my purpose, really. One day, I was walking down my driveway. I just completely surrendered. I was yelling at God, saying, I give up. I don't know what I'm supposed to do next. I totally give up. This was after 2 years of being retired and having nothing turn up that was really, the right fit. Well, my prayers were answered because the very next day I walked into a bookstore that I was familiar with. She was having a huge sale, 50% off most of her books. So I just grabbed all these books that I normally wouldn't have even bought, but I couldn't resist it though. I thought, well, I'll read them. I love to read, so I figured I'd read them down the road. That night I got home and I cracked open one of them. And as I was reading it, I said, this is for me. It was a book written by Jose Silva about creative visualization and how to do this type of meditation that allows you to manifest, heal yourself, do all kinds of amazing things. I got in touch with the people who ran the program, and they were just sort of reactivating it again because Jose Silva had passed away a few years before, and it had been kind of dormant, but they were looking for trainers. So I became a Silva Ultramind trainer, and I started training people all over the country for the next 5 years and had a blast because I met the most fascinating people. I was able to immerse myself in metaphysics, spirituality, all the things that I loved. Not only did I teach my students, but I learned from them. It was wonderful. And that lasted for 5 years. And then they kept encouraging me to write a book because they wanted to know how I had gotten on this path. So I spent the next few years after that writing my book, and it finally came out in 2014. And then I started working on becoming a transformational coach, and that's what I do too. I teach people how to become the next best version of themselves. So check out my book, and I'll see you in the next chapter.